because I know who this person is. For Cecilia, I did that, and it just was such an amazing journey watching her grow on screen, because she becomes such an active, strong character, and you don't expect that because she's so, in the beginning, innocent and naive almost. And some of the hardest stuff was actually more of the technical parts, where when we were running in the field or in the catacombs, just because it was more time-consuming and technical than anything.
You probably learned.
And it was a lot of hard work.
You guys are amazing. And actually, I do have a question for you, because I feel like these characters have such a peculiar lifestyle, you know, like being a nun, being a priest. What was the most interesting thing you found out about that, about how they live and what they do and practices they have?
Well, this was a very specific convent, because it wasn't, I've always looked at it where it's separate from the church, and so they don't follow every step of the way or every rule that a normal nun or a normal priest would have. But for Cecilia, I mean, for her, especially when she comes to a convent in a different country, there were so many new moments that she had to experience, whether it was chopping a chicken's head off or taking care of the elderly nuns. And I never knew that there was so much caregiving that went into it, and that was really interesting.
Yeah, in my case, it was like, if I look at Father Tedeschi, it's like he doesn't look like a real priest, like being there the whole time and taking care of the convent. He's always in the shadows, and you never know what is he doing exactly. So that allowed me to be kind of separated from a church life, you know.
Okay.
It's definitely lent a hand to the atmosphere of the film. I mean, Villa Parisi that we filmed in, beautiful, absolutely stunning. The murals on the walls, hundreds and hundreds of years old, but there's no electricity. So if we weren't filming in a certain room at night, the rest of the villa is pitch black. And walking through that villa at night, and you see the eyes on the walls follow you as you walk, it does get a little eerie. And then
It was me, I'm sorry.
In the shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah. The very end scene in the movie, the final scene, I think it's like, you cannot forget it when you get out of the theater. It's so shocking. Of course, there are all things in the movie that you're going to remember, but that last scene, I think, is something. I don't know if you've seen the movie already, but so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I love that scene. I think will stick with some people. What they might perceive the ending to be, or the messages throughout. I think that's what's exciting, is to hear the conversation surrounding it.
And talking about that scene, I feel like what it does is that it allows you as an audience member to, picture whatever you want to picture. But I have a question, you don't have to give much away. Do you know how that looked like? If you have an answer, don't describe it. I just want to know if you were given directions on what that looked like.
So we actually had something created. But I will never say what it is. And in my own mind, I had an idea of what Cecilia pictured. But a fun fact about that scene is what you guys see is the first take. Yeah.
What a performance, girl. That's crazy. Muy bien, siguiente pregunta.
Do you know, or is this real?
I hope it's real. We're gonna be blessed.
It's a cosplay, yeah. It's nothing. I love so much the film. It's an honor to meet you both. This question is for both of you. There has been a lot of controversy with the film release about the conservative audience, especially with the ending and the image of Jesus in the film. What was the process of releasing the film like, regardless of the comments that its audience might make?
What is the process of the, I'm sorry.
What was the process of releasing this film, like regardless of the comments that a conservative audience might make to you?
I mean, personally, I love making a film that makes people want to speak and have different opinions. Not everybody's going to agree. That's okay.
I would say that, you know, that you as a priest will understand this. We've done a movie not about the church, not about religion. We've done a movie about a specific story that happens to a very specific girl in a very specific convent.
Yes.
So if anyone get offended or something, personally, I say I'm so sorry about that. It wasn't our intention, but the movie is not about that.
Truthfully, the movie was actually originally set in Ireland and a all-girl boarding school. So it was more of just when I was finally able to make the script 10 years later, it didn't make sense for me to be in high school anymore. So we changed the entire location and the environment and...
Yeah, go for it.
Estaba esperando, así.
You know that I'm from Spain. I grew up in a small, I know I look like Canadian, but I'm Spanish. And I grew up in a small village in the south of Spain, in Andalusia, a gorgeous place. And we have this Semana Santa, as you know, and we have all these parades with all these beautiful images. People from all around the world come to Spain to see this expression of art. But it's a creepy thing. I mean, it's kind of dark. It was done centuries ago, I believe, with a purpose, with a message to the people, and they were very related to the suffering of Christ. So if you suffer, you get close to the image of Jesus and all this stuff. You know, when you are 7, 8 years old and you go to the street and you see those dark things, it's so terrifying. So the image, the iconography, it's already there. It's already connected. We didn't invent it, create anything new. It was already there. And there's another thing that I think that connects the religion with horror movies, which is, I was actually yesterday talking about that, which is the conception of the faith itself, which means that you believe in something that you don't know for real.
And try and create what they think will save the world. Will it save it? Will like destroy it? And that is what always stuck with me, was the idea of us idolizing different things and being mad enough to try and recreate it.
Siguiente pregunta.
I love learning, and right now, especially when it comes to producing different projects, like I'm learning so much, and I really enjoy that process. But they're both different and the same in their own way. Like for acting, I get to build a character's world, and it's so creative, and I use my imagination. And then for producing, like you get to build an entire world, not just one character. And it's like a puzzle that you have to put together. And I feel like I'm using two different sides of myself. So I don't know if I have a favorite. Because I don't know. I guess we'll see in like 20 years what I do more.
Álvaro, ¿cómo describirías a Sydney como productora?
Bueno, pues es una, o sea, no en vano ha tenido 10 años para pensar el proyecto, o sea, lo tiene todo muy claro, es una trabajadora absolutamente incansable. Creo que además es muy difícil cuando estás haciendo los dos papeles al mismo tiempo, el de actriz y el de productora. Creo que es complicado el saber separar qué es lo que estás haciendo en cada momento, y ella era muy nítido en su cabeza. Ahora estoy delante de la cámara, ahora soy actriz, me pongo a las órdenes del director, fantástico, hago mi trabajo y demás. Pero cuando estoy fuera de las cámaras, tampoco dejaba de trabajar. Siempre había alguien con un iPad que se le acercaba, que ponemos este vestuario, aquel otro, este set, aquel otro. Entonces, o sea, yo diría que es una trabajadora incansable.
Hard worker you are, that's what it says. And I think we
Just
all
make sure you don't say it was just at the craft eating candy the whole time.
¿Quién tiene la siguiente pregunta?